new dawn is upon us. Never have our choices weighed more heavily. To stand alone, or to fight side by side.
What's the latest thing you've worked on?
Quite recently, we worked on introducing the first-person mode into the game, which was a pretty highly requested, you could say demanded feature from the Elder Scrolls fan base, and we generated a team that just basically produced a second version of all of the controls and all of the assets and all the animations in the game, and to really make sure that it provided that sort of experience, and had a team that was up and running for several months to get that going, and it's playable in this build, which we're pretty excited about.
So the players who play the Elder Scrolls, what are they gonna like about the MMO version?
I think it's right there in the title, the Elder Scrolls Online. It's going to feel like an Elder Scrolls game, and if you want to play it single player like you've played all the previous titles, you can really play that way. And I think a lot of people who come in skeptical and try it out at these conventions, are saying that. They're like, I didn't even really notice that I was playing an online game, and that's fine with me, and that's fine with us too. Of course, we hope that people will jump in and try out sort of the group and social elements, but if they don't, then if they just want another experience, they will. And I think the Elder Scrolls experience that people are really looking for is a game with a really just a great deal of exploration, both in the ability to find things in the world and the way you develop your character, and something that's really immersive, not interface elements popping up on the screen all the time, numbers or anything like that, just something really clean and beautiful to look at. So.
Okay, so let's say combat design. Is it something you did totally different in this game?
I think the control scheme is pretty unique for most other MMOs on the market. It's quite familiar to anyone that played the PC version of Skyrim. It's a sort of a standard look-around system, left-click to do a light attack and hold it down for a heavy attack. I think probably the main difference between Skyrim and our system is in Skyrim, pretty typically you're managing your two hands, and your second hand is sort of potentially a spell or a second weapon along those lines, and you pause and switch out the one that you want for a particular situation in the combat. But of course in the MMO you can't pause everyone in the game world at the same time, so we sort of provided you this shortcut bar where you could use your favorite 5 or 6 abilities and a potion that you sort of predetermined in advance, and use those in the middle of the combat so that it can still keep that really action feel that is sort of ideal in a Skyrim style game.